Hello, I hope you're well. Today I'm back with another roll from Pentax 17. I can link you to previous videos, but before go to the photos, I want to share some thoughts. I read online that some people, there was some articles that saying that the project about from the film project from Pentax is on hold. But my first reaction was this cannot be real. And then I, before recording this video, which is early April 2025, um, I thought let's double check before sharing my thoughts. And actually maybe the article I read, they say correction. We said that the project is on hold, is stopped, but that's not the case. And they just want to reflect before move on to the new cameras. And I think that sounds more related to Pentax. And I think they invest so much time and energy to this camera, and I don't think it's how can I say? I don't think that was real. I never thought that was real. And also, I was watching some videos about people criticizing these cameras, and I don't even know if the people used it. And I think the price, maybe people say about the price of this. It's expensive, but I'm not sure if it is really expensive. Of course, not all the people can afford it, and I'm lucky enough to be able to waste some money in cameras, and I never regret buying it. And also, some other people criticizing that it is half frame. My initial reaction was that, but as you will see in the photos, and maybe as I say, I will link you to the previous videos. And one of them, I'm also doing some diptychs with it. I think the focusing is not too bad at all, and also half frame is not too bad. Yeah, I confused what I said, but I'm going to say again because I get lost looking at the camera, and I'm like I don't want to delete parts of the photo videos, which is not. I don't know if it's a great idea. So going back to 2 points that people were criticizing. The first was half frame. For me, I like having kind of challenges. If it was like normal, maybe I don't know if I was enjoying it so much. I like this camera because it's different, and shooting vertically it's different for me. And the other thing is people criticizing the focusing. For me, as I will show you most of the photos, I'm happy how they work, and I prefer this kind of focusing. That either I prefer this or fully automatic focusing. The other choice is from when I have to set overlap to images. For my eyes it's exhausting because I have my eyes getting tired easily. So yeah, and the thing I mean it was my fault, as I showed you in one of the last videos. Don't setting, I think I terrorist select B on that one, the bold one. So that was my only mistake I did. After that, except that, I think the camera is not too bad at all. Yeah. So let's see the photos and I'll come back to you after it. So let's go through the photos again. This is like a piece of cloth attached and like an electricity thing. I don't know. It's one of the subjects I really like, and I'm quite happy how the photo came out. It's like a ball, a smashed ball, and I kind of like again the bokeh, and I like the details on the ball. Good cut. Like in a drawing in a. Oh no, it's. I don't remember, but it's like I don't know how. The thing you put on the floor. I don't remember the English word again. I wasn't expecting this photo to came up so nice. I think I mess up somewhere, but it's not too bad. It's like outside the store again. I think I like to again. I keep forgetting the words, but I like groom. I think it's called groom. I like to take photos of this for some reason, and you can see like the aged wall on the back and the ruins there. My brain is stopped working. I cannot remember English words. Oh, this is something I wasn't expect to take photo of, but it's. I think the lighting is interesting, and I was playing around and I was curious what will happen, and I'm quite happy how it came out. Again, a store. Again, here I was playing with different things to the limits of the camera, and I think it's not too bad how the bokeh came. Okay, ideally it should be a little slightly more focused here and not here. But you can see the details here, and that makes it interesting to me. Because keep playing after that, and I think this goes like even worse focusing. But it's not because of the camera; it's because of me. Again, playing, and it was like an electricity column, how it's called, and then you have like this ruined paper. And when I was scanning it, I was really curious what was that because I forgot. But then I understand it's like somebody put like a poster on this electricity column, and then came out like that because it's staged or because somebody killed it. This again a nice photographically. It was my third role in I think I took with Pentax 17, and it was some time since I took the others ones, and I was playing around, and I think it's interesting. I like how sharp is the photo, and you can see like the cracks and the shadow, and it's playful a little, and it's quite interesting. I think. Again, like banal, boring stuff, maybe not perfectly focused. This is like a frame, and like an Arabis and an old CD. Maybe there is a story in this one. It's not too bad as a photo. Like a drawing and these things. A little chicken, which I think maybe I photographed a few times. It's outside the shop which sells chickens. Or meat in general. I'm not sure why it's not great this one. If it's out of focus or the exposure time was slightly longer. And I don't know if this serves something or it was just like art. Joe inside. It's like I like to take photos of coffee cups. I don't know if this is a shadow. No, not shadow, like a hair or something. But we can see the good bokeh of the camera again. The car is out of focus. The details of this one. This was like it was kind of covered with this, and there was a lady close to that. She showed me that they're going to take photos, and she goes to remove it, and still makes me angry because I don't know why people go into these things. I'm going to take this like as it was, not as the lady make it. And maybe it's not a perfect composition, but it was kind of weird thing. Again, a little piece of art and street art. It's just a suitcase. I don't know who left it there. It was an old suitcase. Close there were some other rabbits like this zoo. I think I was trying to take like the deteriorated wall here. Maybe not the most interesting photo, but maybe there is some interesting in these cases or times going. Maybe I should have focus closer or compose it closer. I don't know. It's just like an boring things, but not. I think it's boring subject and not so boring photos, or you know. But it's nice how it came out. Especially the lighting was not. It was hard, and I'm quite happy how it came out. The details. You can see almost all the details, and subject like was like this same color, dark, and it came not too bad. I think. Yeah, I think I was playing with the camera, and I think here it was the limit. That it was not great. Maybe it should have select different focusing or something like that. Yeah, it's even worse. I mean, we play with the camera sometimes, and we fail. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know what I like here. Oh, it's obvious what it is. This may be worse than the previous one, but similar subject. It was kind of overexposed here. Yeah, again, some piece of cloth. Oh, it's not bad. I remember when I took this again, the lady stopped asking me why, an old lady, why I'm taking these photos. I mean, people look at you weird, especially in Greece when you take photos of these subjects. Yeah, that's the other one. Kind of an out. It's not a nice story. It's not a bad thing. It's like outside the store. Nice corner. Have your coffee. This is like a piece of cloth again below a sitting area and a cup of coffee here. Maybe I should have. Maybe it was not a perfect because the main subject is not well exposed. But again, maybe if we stand behind and look at it, the details here is nice and here, so it's maybe not a terrible one photo. It would have been better if this was more better exposed, but it is, it's like in the shadow. Street art, I think it's not too bad, and maybe this stand out a little. This is like from bricks, like Lego style, made outside of a toy store. Again, like a window, not a window. I think it was maybe close to the carnival, and it was like a costume in a store. You can see the reflection of a bike. Yeah, this was like the kind of the subjects I kind of find it interesting. It's like a toy, plastic toy of a kid, like an oven or something like that, left on the street. I like this photo. Yeah, I was playing again here, and I think I mess up with the focusing. Bokeh nice, but I should have focused better here. Yeah, this was quite interesting. Is like I think they have removed the Christmas decorations, and this was the pieces you can see better also here. This was like the pieces where they have information on them, and they put them all of them together maybe because somebody was going to collect them. I like it, and like one, and you can see the statue. I think of Aristotle. It's Aristotle Square in Thessaloniki, Greece. A different point of view of them, and again one. And as you can see, like the trees waiting to be collected. One of them again. Maybe this is broken. I like taking photos of this, as I said before. I don't know why. Here is something interesting on the rabbits, but maybe I failed to take a proper photo. Like this is like the address of the place, but you can see how ruined it is because of time. Again, another. Maybe I took this a few times in the past. Oof, this again a Christmas tree and like a scarf on the street. Greek people are not so good on disposing their waste. Street art came up quite nicely, I think. Again, street art. I'm not sure if it is great. But it's nice to see this bird. I did not sit here like sitting here and then flying. Don't know what was the idea of the artist. Yeah, again, some gloves. It should have been focused here and not there. But it is what it is. And this is stand out more than it should. Again, some abandoned objects on the street. But I think it's not too bad as a photo. Yeah, again, playing with the lighting as I couldn't do a second one. And I think it's quite nice how well the photo came. There is kind of more light here, but it is not badly overexposed. And this in the shadow. Hell. And I think it's funny because when I saw this one, this energy drink, I was listening to a podcast and they mentioned the word hell. There's some clothes in the store. I think maybe like Paris style on the street. So a little thing like a toy on a kiosk. And another one. Teddy bear in a side and store this time. It's fun how they have placed its legs. Enjoy the taste of sale. A clever advertisement, I think. Like it was a big poster outside a store, maybe a restaurant close the how it's called, close to the discount time sales. Yeah, this one is interesting. I think again. If you sorry for that. If you can see like. I think it was the time between changing their clothes, and it's a nice moment how what I see like the legs still waiting. Sorry, the hands still waiting here and naked, and I think it's interesting. Again, we can see like the reflection, maybe some people their hand, but it's not too distracted. I think I quite like it. Yeah, this is a little scary for some reason. Again, some objects placed there for some reason, and sorry, it's something, maybe it's those boring subjects, but they give some, in my opinion, in my taste, interesting photos. And I think that this line is make it somehow more interesting, and we have some bokeh and we can see the details. And I think it's a decent photo, decent for half frame. Street art, which looks like ancient art for some reason, ancient geometric art. I mean, sorry, it is not for sure ancient, but the artist makes it this way. A little hard, always helps. And another big guy here waiting. I think it was like a flower store. And another of the same subject again, grooms, I think. Variety. And another hill again, and these little things. I think I take them photos of them frequently also. Superborn? Superborn. I don't know what it means. And this says like from this animal cheese. Not too bad again as a photo. Yeah, I quite like also this one. It was like outside the store. And if I took a second one. No. Oh yeah. My favorite subject on this roll seems. It's quite nice. The lighting here again. And it's like the lighting is different, but it likes it's nicely exposure despite the light of the difference of the light. The camera I think is quite nice in general. Somebody drawing something on the rubbish bin. Yeah, this was kind of an interesting subject. Somebody put this like on the street, maybe for somebody to collect it instead of putting them on the rubbish. I don't know if there was any other reason that this was there. Yeah, something like some posters. Remind me like references like that, like to the billboard photographers of like 100 years ago. Don't know what they were doing here, but I quite like again how the photo came out. A chair, flying chair. I don't know what the chair is doing there again. Also, I think somebody was smiling when they saw me take photos of these. Yeah, I like these posters again. They're like detached from the wall, and I quite like this poster with that lady. She was cute. And I think that's the end. And I was like, I knew I have a frame to go, and I go to change my path. Like was expecting, like I wasn't sure what I will see, and I saw this one which I quite like. So it says honey, and it's like a small teddy bear. So we've seen teddy bears, groom, if it's that the correct term of cleaning, and some other pattern in this role. And I think it's amazing that this is just from one role. So I come to say some thoughts again before. I hope you enjoyed them. I think I'm keep repeating myself, seeing myself in the subjects. But as I say, I quite like them. I think I forgot to mention these photos. I scanned them and developed them myself at home, possibly with Caffenol. No, I think it's with Caffenol. I developed with Caffenol and I fix. I don't remember the fixer, but either I'm using a commercial one or I'm using Hippo. But I think I switch more to the commercial one because the Hippo is harder to find. And yes, I mean, as I say, I hope you like the photos. If you like them, watch also the other videos about Pentax 17. And also, you can see my channel for other videos related to photography. And you can subscribe if you like it and leave a comment if you in the video. And you can also check in my profile my Instagram account and you can follow my work there. See you around, and let's hope that Pentax, all these rumors are not true, and Pentax will keep making new photos, even if I'll not buy them, or if I'll buy them, you will find out. Have a good day, keep snapping and keep enjoying whatever you're doing. Bye!